Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. My name is Jordy, and we're going to get into a reading for the Pisces Collective using the This Might Hurt Tarot deck today. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, commenting below, and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of your love and support. On the split, we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed and the Six of Swords reversed. Both of these talk to me about being uprooted. You know, this is the farming card, the tree that you're tending to with all the pentacles on it, or the bush, or whatever it is. And so, but when it's reversed, it's like you have to transplant it, plant it somewhere else, or review and evaluate whether it's worth continuing to tend to that plant. So, it's a metaphor for your abundance. Like, do you uproot yourself? Do you keep tending to what you already know? Do you move? Do you go on an adventure? Do you leave it behind? Or take it with you somewhere else? So, it's almost like taking your efforts somewhere else, is what I'm hearing. And you may find that things get harder and more difficult until you face that decision or that reality. So we have the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles here, both very generous and happy, and, well, not necessarily happy, the Hierophant's a bit serious, but they're both generous and kind and charitable. There could be resources available to you through the government, through organizations that are helpful as well, like religious organizations or relief programs. There could be resources available through family or through loved ones to help you with this transition that you're going through with that Six of Swords, or that you're encouraged to take. So we start off the reading with the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. Wow. Not a good energy. In the past is the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. In the future is the Ten of Pentacles. Representing you is the Seven. You have the Hermit in your environment. The Moon in your fears and desires. And the King of Wands as the outcome. Emperor is underneath the bottom of the deck. Okay. The Emperor is almost an energy of like toughen up a little bit, Pisces. Like, be strong, be disciplined, be decisive, take control, take the lead. And this is something that at some points throughout the day you're thinking, no, everything's great. This is wonderful. My relationship's wonderful, or my situation is great. And then maybe some alcohol, gets involved, or some anger gets involved, and all of a sudden it's, or you'd actually take a look at, the bank account or whatever it is, and you realize, oh no, this is not good. This is getting worse. This is continuing to drive me into desperation, Like it almost looks like the Ten of Swords, the Moon, the Nine of Swords, that you've done some things in the past that were quite desperate to maintain your job or maintain your family, home, your relationship. When I say desperate, I mean maybe you welcome in people or situations that were not the best for you, but you had to because of lack of resources or because of lack of confidence, needing healing, needing a place to land. But there's something here about like your roots are not going to grow any more comfortably in the plant that it's potted in, so to speak. And I feel like there's a guide trying to reach out to you. You may have a friend or a family member or a coworker or something that's trying to shed some light on your situation and encourage you to face your fears. And they may be coming from a concerned space of mind, simply because they're only seeing what's going wrong or hearing about what's going wrong. So you may not fully trust their opinion, simply because they don't know the full story. They don't know the good, What I do see, though, is that in the future it's abundant for you, it's secure, it's long-term, but you also, in the current moment, you have to realize that you've gone through something traumatic. Things are getting better moving forward, but the damage has been done in some way because of the decisions you made that were a little bit desperate, and because of the decisions that other people made that were desperate at the time. And maybe the best way to clear your head, clear your mind, is to find a new environment to grow in. One that is more abundant, one that does allow you to stretch out. You don't have to move, though, if that's what this reading's talking about, although it might encourage you to move. The actual spread itself is not showing movement. It's showing that parts of you want to thrive and grow now. And it seems like there's some serious healing that has to happen when it comes to stress, worry, trauma in your system before that abundance can come in. So it depends on how you approach that journey. If it's easier for you to remove yourself from an environment and move into somewhere that is not triggered by all the things that you've left behind, then maybe that's the solution. If that's not the solution for you, if that requires more work, more effort, and decreases your insecurity in some way, or decreases your security in some way, then maybe it isn't the right method. But there's other things you can do to restore yourself. With the Hermit card, you can go into meditation, you can ask for spiritual healing, you can ask for guidance to come in the form of people and help and situations. You can seek out the answers you're looking for. The universe wants you to know that you're no longer desperate, that there are options, but you have to do something about what you've gone through, mentally and emotionally. To get your confidence back so that you can take initiative in this next chapter, because you have great work that you're meant to do. So you're getting back on track, or on a new track, towards abundance and longevity and good health and family. Okay. Individual card pairings today. We have the, just so you know, I have a 10 card spread down here, Pisces. Some of you may not know this. And I line the cards up as 2 rows of 5, instead of doing a Celtic card spread where everything's spread out. And I can look at what the cards above and below mean together, and I call those the individual card pairings. So they give us a little bit extra details to channel, as well as looking cards next to each other and looking at them individually. It's almost like playing a piano, so to speak. We have the 10 of Swords reversed with the 10 of Pentacles underneath in the future position. So in the current moment, like I said, you are, moving into a space where things are going to get better than they were. An ending has happened, or is happening, but you're injured, you're defeated, you're feeling hurt, and it limits your ability to do things. Next to the 9 of Swords, it's traumatic injury next to the 10 of Swords. You've gone through something traumatic, Pisces, and it doesn't leave you just simply by ignoring it. In fact, it gets triggered by the environment around you sometimes. And your symptoms of trauma could simply just be exhaustion, or it could be hermiting yourself away from social situations and opportunities. It could be reliance on alcohol or medications and drugs. I mean, there's no judgment coming from me. You gotta do what you gotta do, but we're looking at your situation, and it's a lot better than it was before, and there's opportunity for you to grow within your situation, but there's also opportunity for you to grow in other situations, other environments as well. And I think that's important to be said. So the 9 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles, that's where, even though there's stress and worry, there's also growth. Even where there's trauma and injury, there's also the ability to heal and to regenerate with that 7 of Pentacles. And with the King of Pentacles and the Hermit card, the King of Pentacles can talk about your career, your money. It also can talk about addiction, or generosity, or a father figure, a male. It's the card in the reading that I'm having the hardest time reading today. I would say that the King of Pentacles with the Hermit card is saying that there's a way for you to master your environment, become a master of your environment if you seek out the right answers. Right now, you're not a master of your environment. You're being triggered and traumatized by continual signs and synchronicities or remembrances around you. So, but there's also happiness and comfort where you're at as well. So, the King of Pentacles is kind of saying, like, don't get too comfortable with where you're at, because there's things you have to do to flush this out of your system and realign with a more realistic approach to how you want to grow and thrive in your current situation or in a different one. And the Hermit's about seeking that answer through meditation, through prayer, through help, through research. So the Seven of Swords and the Moon, that's a really dark time in your life that you fear. That's when you make decisions out of fear, out of a lack of knowledge. That was that desperation energy that I was picking up on. And that's in your past, but it's also something that you could repeat as a pattern because of the trauma. So we want to avoid making decisions like that now. With the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Wands reversed, this is about gaining confidence back in the good work that you can do towards give to yourself and that you can give to others, and taking initiative and getting excited and enthusiastic about that again, which was damaged in this past cycle, but the fire can still be relit. The coals are still there. As you can see here in the King of Wands, there's a campfire. Okay, that's all I've got for your reading. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you again soon.